Alright people, I'm recording this video in an airport, so apologies for the less than stellar sound quality. Hopefully the background noise isn't too distracting.
Okay, I listened back to that first attempt at doing this video immediately after I recorded it, and I decided, nah, man, I can't put that out. The background noise was too distracting, especially as the video went on. There was cleaners in the background and people doing all kind of stuff and walking past, and now there was just too much noise, so I had to redo it. Anyway, Anthony Joshua, according to reports in the mainstream media, looks set to sign with Dazn rather than sign with Sky Sports, or should I say re-sign with Sky Sports, because he's been with them for a very long time. Now, if this actually happens, it's a massive coup for Dazn because they've been struggling. They've been hemorrhaging money. Len Blavatnik has been pouring in enormous amounts in order to keep the business afloat. They haven't managed to secure big sports in the UK or in the United States. So they really need huge stars in boxing in order for them to actually be able to be a viable business, even in the short term, never mind the long term. So if this is true, massive news for Dazn, great news for Dazn. Now, from a fan perspective, it's not really going to make any difference if Anthony Joshua's fights are going to be on Dazn pay-per-view. We've seen Dazn do pay-per-view in the United States, and Eddie Hearn has indicated that Dazn would be willing to do pay-per-view in the UK for, let's say, Anthony Joshua fights. But I guess a lot depends on whether Anthony Joshua beats Usyk in the rematch, because if he doesn't, then potentially he could end up just fighting on regular Dazn. But in that instance, he wouldn't really be that much of an asset to Dazn if he loses to Usyk in the rematch, particularly if he loses convincingly. So we'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Does this surprise you if it turns out to be true that AJ has decided to go with Dazn rather than with Sky Sports? And what do you think was the reason that he had this about turn? Because right up until very recently, Adam Smith and even Eddie Hearn had been indicating that AJ would probably stay with Sky. So why all of a sudden switch over to Dazn? Why would he have such a change of heart? You know, what has happened in the past few weeks to make him think, you know what, Sky's not the place for me anymore. It's now time to switch over to Dazn. Has Len Blavatnik just, upped the amount of money that he's willing to give AJ? Perhaps that's all it was. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. But as I say, there's the potential here for a game changer. Eddie Hearn keeps on talking about game change. Well, they haven't changed the game with Dazn so far, but there's an opportunity here or a possibility here to change the game for the fortunes of their business as a broadcaster in the UK. If Anthony Joshua fights his next fight on Dazn, if he does a big deal with Dazn, and particularly if he manages to beat Usyk. If Anthony Joshua beats Usyk in the rematch and does so in convincing fashion, and it's on Dazn, that's a huge boost for the company, and potentially the game could change. You know, we have to see what Dazn decides to do. If they manage to get a crazy number of subscriptions after the announcement, if it comes, that AJ has signed with them, is there a possibility, and maybe I'm being hopeful here, maybe this is wishful thinking, is there a possibility that they'll put on AJ Usyk on regular Dazn without any pay-per-view being involved? Because if that's the case, that really would be a game changer, not just for Dazn, but for boxing fans getting to see content like that for an unbelievably cheap price, right? Dazn in the UK is like, what, $7.99? Imagine if AJ Usyk was part of your monthly subscription for $7.99. In the States, it's $19.95 or $99 or whatever it is per month. And that's still good value as long as you're getting big fights as part of that package. But at the moment in the US, what big fights are Dazn really delivering outside of pay-per-view? You guys let me know. Yeah, there's not really anything going on outside of the Canelo verse on Dazn US. So anyway,